All right, so we just watched an absolute classic game, Minnesota versus the Lakers, game 4. Minnesota goes up 3-1. And there was so much that happened in this game. I don't know where to start. I'm not someone that believes I'm smarter than NBA coaches, but both of these coaches kind of tried to throw this game. I think it's actually the last video I posted is titled "The Lakers Can't Score." But they can score when you send two at the ball every single time, and that's what Minnesota was doing. And just letting two of the greatest passers of all time dissect you, I didn't really get that. I didn't get it at all. That's how Rui ends up with 23 points. Austin can't do anything on the ball in this series. He is getting clamped. But if you're going to give him open catch and shoot threes, he can knock those down. He had one to end the game that he missed. That would have been another situation. Why are you sending two at the ball there? And there was a point in this game where Minnesota went without Rudy and without Naz Reid, and they were doubling everything on the ball and giving LeBron James and Luka free reins to get to the, like, it made no sense to me. They end up going back to Rudy and Naz Reid in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. And what do you know? The Lakers can't score again. Austin can't beat his man. LeBron can't beat his man. And you're going to live with Luka Doncic step back threes. I know they were extremely hot early in this game. LeBron was amazing, overpowering. And that's what happens when you go small. Now, he did overpower Rudy Gobert. I don't even want to talk about Rudy Gobert. That was one of the most hilarious games I've ever seen played of basketball. Rudy is Rudy. I don't want to talk about it. And another reason they couldn't score, maybe the main reason, JJ Redick played the starting, not the starting five, but the same five the entire second half. Now, for any team, that is ridiculous. For a team that is led by a 40-year-old LeBron James and a Luka Doncic that had food poisoning the last game and is typically not in the greatest shape, that is ridiculous. And it almost worked out. Maybe we wouldn't be able to criticize it, but that is ridiculous. And he was getting away with it because the Wolves were small, right? Mike Conley and Kill Alexander Walker, they aren't going to physically impose their will on you. But when the Wolves went back to their bigger players, all of a sudden, yeah, Randle's going to get every board because you're tired and you're old and you're slow. All of a sudden, Naz Reid is going to walk into threes because you're late, because you're tight. Like, I get it. You're trying to hold on. You're holding on for dear life. You just got to win this one game and you could win the series. But there's no way you thought that was the smartest thing to do, to play LeBron James the whole second half. And LeBron James was amazing in this game on defense. As again, hate to pat myself on the back, but at the beginning, before the series started, I said LeBron James, if the Wolves go small, LeBron is going to dominate this game on the defensive side of the ball, dominate this series. And that's what he was able to do. He almost did it at the end of the game. That was a foul though. That was a foul. Hand is part of the ball, wrist is not part of the ball. So in every game this series so far, I've came away with the same thought. The Lakers can't score. In the half court, they can't score. LeBron James was able to get his way to the line. The Wolves played extremely undisciplined basketball in the first half, which the Wolves are kind of known to do, so that wasn't the most surprising. But in the half court, when they're locked in, the Lakers, specifically LeBron and Austin, can't score. And that was still a big problem in this game. The Wolves almost completely bailed them out by doubling every single time. And then the Lakers didn't really double Ant in the second half. They would kind of show help, but Ant knows, especially when you've played the whole second half, I'm going to get to where I want to get. You don't have any rim protection on the court besides LeBron James, who was amazing. But again, LeBron has played this whole second half, and you're putting all that pressure on him. This is maybe dumb, but maybe if LeBron had a second of rest in the second half, maybe he gets there earlier on the strip. I don't know. Who knows, right? LeBron was amazing in this game. Now, this was actually one of my, that might sound like hyperbole. I was going to say it's one of my favorite LeBron games, but I don't think we've ever seen this LeBron game before. He only took 9 shots, but that's because he got to the line 18 times, 3 steals, 3 blocks, 12 boards, 8 assists. LeBron James was amazing in this game. And if he were able to get that last steal clean, this would have been one of those games. Maybe not, because it's LeBron. He has so many games, but for me, this game would have stood out in his career. Again, maybe that's crazy. I think he was that good in this game, though, especially meeting the physicality of the Timberwolves. Even though they did him a favor and went kind of small in the second half, I thought both coaches kind of like coached a bad game. And it's hard to say that about a team that is now up 3-1, but I don't know. It's easy for me to say, right? The fact that Dorian Finney-Smith played 41 minutes, absurd. Like, it's not even like he had 8 boards and 6 assists, sure. Again, that has something to do with the Lakers or the Timberwolves doubling, right? Dorian gets it, swings one more. So those assists are easy, right? 8 boards, that's impressive for sure. But it's not like he's this lockdown defender. Like, I thought Randle probably should have played more. Honestly, I thought he did some good things out there. He was crashing the boards as well. But I'm assuming you have Doe out there that much to guard Ant, right? But I don't think he's doing a good job on Ant. Obviously, Ant is cooking everybody, but I think Rui does a better job. I think LeBron does a better job. I think Vanderbilt does a better job. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Jordan Goodwin played 7 minutes. Get him more minutes, I guess. I don't know. I'm not acting like the Lakers have this crazy deep roster, but LeBron James 46 minutes is crazy. There's no way to slice it. It's crazy. And LeBron played 46, Luka played 46, Austin only 35. Interesting. Austin was a +5 in this game. I'm not saying that means anything. That's interesting. Rui, Dorian played more than Austin. Interesting. That's all I have to say about that. Before we go though, I have to give a shout out to Julius Randle, who cooled off significantly in that second half, but he kept them in the game in that first half. And I think Randle has been the best defender on Luka and LeBron. Now, Jaden McDaniels is hard to say because he's on Luka more, like for a longer time. So there's going to be more moments where he's getting cooked or he's fouling Luka, right? So obviously he's doing a great job as well, but Luka's not moving Randle. Like, he's still moving McDaniels. He's not moving Randle. LeBron is not moving Randle. Randle had a play where he fouled him late on the 3. He didn't have to do that. He locked up Luka on that play as well. So he ended up 9 for 22 in this game, which looks kind of bad, but 0 turnovers for Randle. Like I said earlier, keyboards, great defense on LeBron and Luka. There's not many guys in the NBA that can do that, which if you're a Knicks fan probably makes you mad, because why can't you do that? No one does that every single game the way he was defending today. But if Randle's going to provide that defensive effort, they are going to be a very, very tough team. And the bellwethers for this team are always Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid. The first half, those guys weren't really on anything. Second half, they really got it going. And when those guys are playing like that, they look like a top 3 team in the NBA. When Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid look like very, very good players, they look like they can beat anybody. Problem is, it's not a problem right now, but the problem is you don't know, Jaden McDaniels can disappear at times. Naz Reid can kind of take himself out of the game, which he did early in this game, turning down shots, fouling, right? So again, if those guys are going to play like that, they are a real threat to even the Timberwolves, to even the Thunder. And this series is not technically over, even though I believe it's over. I believed it was over after game 1, once I seen how much LeBron and Austin struggled to score in the half court. As I've been saying after every game, that's when I believed the series was over. But I'm not going to put anything past Luka and LeBron. Like, what they did tonight was absurd, and they could do that again. I just wouldn't be betting on it. Or who knows, maybe JJ switches up. Maybe Dalton Connect gets in the game, right? If the Wolves are going to play like this, maybe having an elite shooter on the court could open up some, I don't know. I think Dalton should play, though, especially when the Wolves switch a lot. A way to kill switching is shooting the ball instantly, and having a shooter like that could be a problem. So the Lakers are going to have to do something differently, you would think. I think Dalton's going to play the next game. Either way, series is probably over. I don't want to say the Warriors series is over. I think that's still going to, I think the Rockets still get at least one more game in that. But looking forward to that potential series is interesting, because guarding Luka and LeBron is so much different than guarding Steph Curry. Now, Jimmy Butler may be a little bit similar. And I think Jimmy Butler will be even more relentless than a LeBron or a Luka in punishing the smaller guys. Like, LeBron could do that every single play, but he doesn't want to do, like, I don't know if it's for pride reasons. He just doesn't want to be that, okay, I'm just going to back down every single play. I don't know if it's for boredom reasons, but really, when Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo are on the court, LeBron can get to the line every single play if he wants to, right? But he doesn't really do that. He did in this game for sure. But Jimmy Butler is shameless with his foul drawing, right? So that'll be interesting. Obviously, the Warriors are still a very small team. Draymond Green versus Nas. I don't know. Obviously, Draymond versus Rudy. We know that history. Right now, it seems like it would be easy to say Minnesota would win that, but The Warriors, I think, beat them 3-1 in the regular season. We know that doesn't really matter. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. I'm just thinking about it. And that would be a extremely fascinating series to pick and to watch. But the Lakers, it might be over. It might be over. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you guys disagree with my thoughts on the coaching in this game? Do you agree with JJ playing the same five the whole second half? Thought it was kind of crazy. Do you agree with me saying Chris Finch shouldn't have went small as much as he did? That's when the Lakers kind of went on their run. Let me know in the comments down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. It will mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.